It takes a long time to realize you're not immortal. In rejection to years of toxic treatment, the planet is freezing over. The Earth has ceased crying for help. There is no crying for help now. Nature will not consult time nor circumstance. Nature will call upon the atmosphere for vengeance. And even if we were to call for help, the humans would not hear us. They have always chosen ignorance. Between species is the miserable sound of the wind blowing through the bare place that is everything and nothing. We three sisters have watched this planet unravel for as long as nature's clock has ticked. We've been called many things by many religions throughout time. We have claimed the name of the Fates. We have watched as the fabric of life itself stretched irreversibly thin, and then, for one of us, it tore. No one will know when the eldest Fate froze to death. No humans could see the mortality in her eyes, the desperation, nor witness when the convulsions froze to a hard stop. It is in our life alone that nature survives, and we are among the freezing stars. This is the end.
This is the beginning.
If we weave these threads carefully, we can keep this family from freezing for some time yet.
Shelter supplies run low. The fire has almost died.
The eldest son agrees to go into the woods to gather firewood.
The snow has fallen relentlessly. He must travel without sign of his other paths.
The son knows these woods well and is not deterred. Without too much difficulty, he reaches the property of the nearest neighbor.
The neighbor, possessive of his diminishing woodpile, hears the boy and moves towards him.
Inside the neighbor's home, the wife cries for help. The alert neighbor turns back.
With his trip cut short, the boy grabs much less wood than he meant to.
Knowing where he came from, he finds his way easier.
The snow worsens the darkness, and he runs unknowingly towards a pack of starving wolves.
Before the wolves reach him, a sleigh crashes through the woods, drawing them away.
The sleigh belongs to a hunter, who does not consider that the wolves may be chasing after a boy. He begins to shoot his bow.
The boy races towards home and escapes the range of the hunter.
The running grows too much for the boy, pulling the sled behind him. In the growing darkness, the boy trips. The ice below him collapses.
The boy is able to pull himself out of the water, though the wood is lost.
Drenched, the boy begins to freeze.
Desperately, the boy cries for help.
Rapidly, hypothermia sets in.
The son's thoughts move to his family, and he feels at peace, knowing his efforts were to save them.
Without time or flight, the boy dies of the cold.
You cut his thread prematurely.
This cold will take them all out soon.
You didn't even let me try.
Grief without a pang.
What is that supposed to mean?
What do you think it means, Chlo? What does it matter if these humans survive?
What did this boy do to deserve to die like that? He was so young, he never knew a merciful world.
They receive what they give.
He gave his life trying to take wood for his family.
It's what they do. It's what they've always done. Take. How else did we get to this era of absolute cold? Is it not enough that they took our sister?
Lark, I know. Remember that humans didn't cause this. There was nothing even we could do to rein it in, and there's nothing we can do now but mourn our sister.
Not sit around and wait for them to be spared. I will not!
Lark!
Stop! Do not touch the threads! Why? Why should I stop?
You're going to mess with them, bring them together.
Why? So we can watch them tear each other apart? Watch them rebuild? Continue to neglect the planet?
They could learn something about sharing space. They could learn they need each other to survive.
With the Earth freezing over now more than ever, humans will prioritize self-preservation.
Maybe we can teach them
If you
something.
want them to repent, there's no use. They won't survive this winter and they don't deserve to.
Nothing can save them, but we can try.
Nothing could save our sister, Chlo.
Does this just mean you're going to kill them off?
They're killing us off. I loathe them. There is nothing that could make me pity them. There is nothing in this world but ice, cold, and pollution.
That's not true. Not yet.
There's trash piled so high it makes mountains under the snow. There's air that doesn't know what to do with itself. And there's the threads of fate. Thread that leads to nowhere. Thread that holds the humans together. But holding them to what? Thread I will never spin again. Thread that could have easily have strangled Acacia.
Lark, please.
There's nothing left for them to dismiss. I dismiss them.
Please, please listen.
You didn't listen when she pleaded. You didn't listen when your own earth pleaded.
Lark, I am pleading. Listen to me. This is not what Acacia would have wanted for them. For you. Your thread has already been spun. It already hangs. The thread is yours. You spun it. Acacia spun it. I know the thread connects the humans, and I know how you envy them. Without Acacia, I feel the supreme cold of aloneness. I too detest the hopelessness we are left with.
Their thread is in my hands. It's my choice to see their fate through.
I do not want to see them freeze as Acacia.
Why do you care?
For the same reasons that you do. I grieve Acacia. I grieve a warmer world. What I believe that you may not is that what is right is to keep them from suffering for as long as possible.
Has this not already gone on for too long?
Maybe not. They will fade fast. And what humans want most is the glory of having tried, whatever that means to them. And what I want most is to have enough time to say goodbye. We never got to say goodbye to our sister. You wanting to cut their threads prematurely is rooted in the same need to say goodbye.
The ice does not forgive.
I never said we have to forgive.
So we leave them here? Leave them to freeze when all along we've been the ones controlling their fate?
Guiding their fate. And maybe you're right. Maybe we should put them out of their misery. But this is nature's battle to win.
Just as nature takes us.
Exactly. The end has already come. You've said it. But we have this crimson display of life. And we have our memories to keep us warm until we surrender to the cold and our fate seals. Lark!
Maybe this rage is my fire going out.
All I have is your fire.
Not for much longer.
Lie with me. We'll lay our souls to rest.
We had a beautiful run. We saw so many moons and so many eras.
In the beginning, there were 3 sisters. They made magic together with the weaving of thread. They were known as the Fates.
Please, can you hear the song?